Here's something I picked up in a thrift store recently I've never seen before. In this video we're going to look at this Sony DVD, SACD, CD, VCD player. It does it all, from 2003. We're going to evaluate the features of this, look inside, do a performance test, and draw some conclusions for a full review. Stay tuned. So this player will play DVD, SACD, CD, and VCD, which means video CD. Got this for $19.99 with a discount, probably $15 total. This is dated from 2003, shortly after SACD came out. That was never a commercial success, really. Let's look at the features here briefly. Got a nice clear display, disc select 1 through 5, play, pause, stop buttons, track advance, and I'm going to go back to the start of this. Open, close. This has a display that lights up individual lights for SACD, multi-channel DVD. I'm playing a CD, so I guess there's no light that goes with that. Got kind of a multi-control here. I think that's if you don't have that. So on the back, we've got exactly what you would expect from this era of 2003. S-video, component video. This has 5.1 channel output. Has digital audio in both optical and coax form. It also has something called Mega Control. I'm not sure what that is, but it's probably a way to link different Sony units together in a system. So one of the things we're going to be looking at in this is how does the audio performance differ from an SACD player that's standalone in this same period. You can imagine they made some compromises in a design sense and a cost sense to combine all these functions. The specs are very high for this unit, but we'll be looking at its performance later in the video. We'll also be popping the top to see what's inside, as I often do. So on a superficial level, this is a 5 CD carousel player, or 5 disc carousel player, I guess I should say. And it also has a headphone jack and a level control that goes with that. I found a remote control in my box that I've already found works with it. This may not be the one that came with it, but you can see the model and everything here. Here it is with the lid off. This is pretty standard lid arrangements. 2 screws on each side, 3 on the back, and a lip that slides under here. This is kind of a large and bulky unit, maybe a little bit more than the average 5 CD player. I've already got my Dave Brubeck CD in here from earlier testing. So let's take a quick tour of the major pieces. This is the power supply board, power connector back here, and you can see they're using a plastic arm to run this latch type power switch here. Kind of standard conditioning type stuff. There may be more power elements elsewhere that I can't see offhand. This board is attached to all the RCA connectors on the back of different kinds, basically the audio and video outputs. This also has audio ins, which I had mentioned earlier. You got some sort of driver or interface or control board here that goes with the front panel. This appears to be the major processor board. Who knows how far over that extends. One thing that's a little different than some of the other designs I've seen, they typically have the drive mechanism centered, and this one's offset. So this is kind of probably a mechanical consideration of it. You know, if you're going to pack all this stuff into one unit, maybe you have to change things around a little bit. So I've got it plugged in. We're going to do the old open close on it. You can see it moves the CD that I already had out of the way and rotates that towards the front. So now we can see more of the mechanism here. This seems to be pretty standard. So got a lot of plastic gearing and so on, but that's standard and it's fine for this type of unit. Here we can get a better look at the processor board. We've got these 3 large ICs, more stuff behind there. Probably some of the audio and video output converters are back there, as well as these things always have op amps as kind of the output with a little bit of passive components with it and muting transistors and so on. So pretty basic layout here for this type of unit. Kind of the big thing that strikes me is it's a little bigger in general, and got a lot of stuff packed into the box. Right, Scooter? Right? He thinks it smells interesting. I better unplug it before he hurts himself. Right, Scooter? Scooter's fascinated with the motion. You know how cats are. Motion is a big thing. Right, Scooter? Put this CD in. Sorry, Scooter, bumped you on the nose. I'm going to put that in. Get it playing here briefly. This one has test tones on the first few tracks, so I'll move on to some music here. Here's the audio performance that I measured on this unit using my own measurement system. I'll cover that in a video that's upcoming, so please like and subscribe if you're interested in that. The highlight at the bottom is that this unit is specified to be 0.003% total harmonic distortion. That works out to minus 90.5 dB for those of you who prefer dB as I do. You'll see that the numbers that I've measured are not quite that low. It's possible that the difference between the measured and the spec numbers are due to limitations of my test system, although I've gotten better results with other units. The performance of this is quite good. Should meet the needs of almost anyone, I'd say. Overall, this is a very nice unit. If you have this kind of need for either, this could be used as a high performance CD player in the modern world. You can also make use of these other formats if you happen to have them. Maybe you have a DVD and a CD need. Maybe not too interested in SACD or VCD these days. But the performance of this is very good. The feature set is good. I kind of guess this wasn't a commercial success for Sony because it sort of came in an era where we were transitioning out of SACD. So, you know, they probably lost money on this as a guess, but it's still a nice unit for use today. And a lot of these 2000 era CD players and SACD players still stand up for modern use. You don't get the Blu-ray, you don't get some of the streaming features that you'd expect in a more modern version. But if you can pick one of these up at a thrift store for cheap, or maybe online, maybe go for in the $50 range as a guess on eBay or something, probably a good investment. So that wraps up our video on this Sony DVD, SACD, CD, and VCD player. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.